Am I still recording? I think I'm still recording. I don't know what happened there. So sorry about that. I tabbed out. I didn't tab out intentionally. I leant on the Windows key is what happened. But we haven't been hit by their fighters, so they're either out of range or don't have any, which is good. We absolutely destroyed them in the Battle of the Batinder, second battle. They obviously attempted to move someone back into the province to take it. Battle of Alwa, I can see their organisation is ticking down. Our organisation is at 45, which isn't bad for 1936, should be said. But 1937, it's not even bad either. Just taking a brief scan around the map. The Tsar protection, it looked like they're winning their war against Ecuador, or no, that's against Ossetia. Very confusing. And Brandenburg have joined the Allies, but Comintern are currently leading in terms of victory points, so they're technically the most powerful faction, but they have fewer members than the Allies. They're going to rank up the speed a little bit. They have another 3 divisions moving in. My troops, however, have strategically redeployed. They've got on trains, they've got on buses, they've got on all kinds of stuff to get back in time. I see that they've definitely piled in some forces to the north. They're going to be quite unfortunately surprised when they find out that they're going to be cut off from the rest of their country. That's for the unfortunate geography of their nation. They're going to learn very quickly that that this is not a very defensible position for them to maintain. If I were them, I'd cut my losses and I'd hold this river choke point here, or even this mountain province. But you know, that's why I'm not the AI. Basically, the AI can't actually think, so that's kind of its issue. I have always found the AI not such a challenge in this game. Hence why I'm playing on a very hard difficulty, and I've set myself the parameters that I've given. So taking that one city, which wasn't their capital, it even turned out, it has made them a third of the way to surrender. Well, I'm going to continue using my strength in numbers here to press the advantage. Now the 3rd Corps are deployed to the north. I don't know why you're here, but we'll get you to swing north in a minute. And I think the 4th Corps are the southern one. Yeah, they are. So anyone who is in the 4th Corps, you and you can attack into this province. They're just command structures, so they're going to instantly yield there. And then I'm going to prevent them from moving any troops into my territory by immediately counter-attacking. A mountain province, so this will be quite important for us to take. It won't cut them off fully from supplies, but it will restrict the pathway. And then I will also stop them from moving into my territory by taking the Gangnam province, or Gangapur as it should be, is actually called. I think it sounds better as Gangnam though. I'd very much like to switch back to standard mixed industry. I think we're spending far too much on consumer resources for what they actually gave us as a bonus, so we're slipping back. We're moving back to more peaceful ways. Now, I don't know if they've attacked me recently, but if I can actually pursue this attack, I can. Their organisation is depleted. I'm going to move on to that attack and completely commit to it, because this province here, in Sutagar, this division here will not be able to attack me because they'll be depleted organisationally from mounting an attack against us. So we seem to be advancing on all fronts so far, except for this front here in the south, where we're not advancing. That will be rectified shortly, I assure you. The bombers have been getting a bit of experience, just harassing the enemy in general. I'm going to get my other bomber wing just to annoy them here in Guna. They won't be doing much damage at this stage of the game. They're basically not even really equipped with bombs at this stage. They're just there. And then we'll get our 2 divisions in the far north to attack. They have got a Imperial Guard division here. The Emperor has sent his divine might. The God Emperor has sent his Space Marines to fight for them. No, they're not that type of Imperial Guard. Unfortunately, we wouldn't be winning this battle if they were. By Sigmar, they would have stopped us by now. So Dawn of War 3 has been announced recently. It's a game I've never played, but any of the Dawn of War series, but I quite like the Warhammer lore. I've been getting into it recently, so you never know. That might appear on my channel soon enough, along with everything else that I want to record, like literally everything in the world recently, it seems. But please, if you do actually, seriously, if there's anything that you would like me to play, let me know. I'm always open to ideas. I'm thinking about bringing you a Distant Worlds series, which is a sort of space 4X game, which is a bit like Hearts of Iron 3. Like, it's very in-depth, it's very strategic. You have to think quite carefully about the decisions you make. Also Stellaris I really like. It's a lot like Stellaris, but generally just more interesting. Right, okay, so we're definitely winning this war. I reckon... Yeah, but the nice thing, of course, about taking this territory means that it becomes mine, because it's cool. It's a level 10 IC province that we just took off them, by the way. That's absolutely huge for our industry. Well, I'm going to want to hold on to that, I reckon. Their Marines, unfortunately, aren't doing so well. It's almost like having Marines in a landlocked nation is not a great idea. But they haven't thought about that themselves. This corps is probably really going to the wrong place. I'm going to move them to the far south because I think we are actually going to have the numbers to not really worry about this mid. I think between the 1st and the 4th corps, we'll actually cut them off, no problems at all. And then we'll use the 3rd corps to push that out, the salient that remains. So we are winning these battles. We are taking casualties, but nothing too... Just if we got some metal, that's good. Nothing too... Also, Venezuela just got conquered. Or conquered someone. We have... yeah, we are taking casualties, but definitely nothing too significant. And I just feel that we probably have numbers on them. We'll change quite shortly, because in 6 months' time, I'm actually obliged to declare war on basically the entire world. So I've got to get a move on. Romania in the Allies. That's interesting. The Allies are definitely leading by faction members, but not so much by points. The Comintern are picking them on that one. The thing I always find funny about this mod is that the urban territories remain, even though they have no like infrastructure, industry, anything that's just worth having in this game. But obviously, in the actual game, they do have relevance, just not here on the mod. I'm feeling positive about it at the moment. I was just taking a brief moment to think about my position. It would be quite nice if more of my guys were in radio range, which they don't all appear to be. Oh, that's fine. I left one guy behind in the capital. Oh, sorry. It's too late. I shouldn't be recording so late. Trying to make the most of the weekend. The fact that I don't have to go to war, definitely don't have to go to war tomorrow. That'd be good. Go to work tomorrow. That's the thing I was talking about. You've all heard of that. That's stupid work. I've got 3 divisions in this province, which is the mountains province. It is absolutely crucial that I do take it, so I am going to press the attack. I'm hoping by taking Tonk here, I can cut off any troops that they do have in the north by preventing them from retreating into the rest of the country. But I'm also going to hope I can encourage them to mount a counter-attack on that province, and by doing so, that they'll exhaust their own defenders in Baran. I'm going to see whether we have got the strength to take an attack here. I think it would be very bloody if we did. I definitely need air support on that. I don't think their organisation is dipping enough. I think because it's a mountains province, so that gives us a minus 40% difficulty modifier and a minus 55% terrain modifier on top of that as well. That's quite a hard province to take. In fact, I'm going to call it off now. I felt like we could have won that battle, but it probably wasn't worth the cost. We'll just wait until we've got slightly more of our troops in place. We've got a whole other corps of infantry coming down. It should be absolutely fine. With some sustained bombing, we should keep them on the back foot there. As long as we don't allow them to dig in for too long, we should be fine. I'm very worried about them digging into this province here as well, Kota. But I think we're just going to have to get the troops to force the strength in numbers to be able to force the line there. Okay, so they have attacked into Pays de Loire, has been attacked into the Allies. Their 2 divisions are attacking my 1 in Bhopal. I don't know how this 1 division got here so much quicker than the others, but basically it has. It's a mountains province, so it'll hold out for a bit, and that's weakening their position here in Guna, so I'm hoping that we can just let them waste themselves on that. The first corps here is doing a good job of pushing them out. I'm hoping I can cut them off here. That would be good. We'll protect those 2 divisions from retreating. Actually, it's not going to work. It's a good idea. Didn't catch them quite early enough. This is what I wanted them to do. I wanted them to counterattack me in Tonk. One of their divisions that is defending in Baran will be depleted. Anyway, my alarm has gone off though. I hope you are enjoying this series. It has now officially begun the war. We've got a few more wars to fight before we settle everything. The War of the Galatia has to be settled. Gibraltar is definitely a target. As above that, I don't really know. Maybe Casamancha, I think they're quite weak. So maybe some easier people. But Gom, Swaziland, Savoy, Kosovo, they're all still stand. So we'll have to fight them at a later date. Anyway, I've been Big G. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, please do comment and leave any feedback that you do have below, and I will get back to you. Peace and love. See you next time. Goodbye.